Hello everyone. Well, welcome back to HowtoRPG. I'm hoping that I'm well enough to do this. We'll certainly see. My voice is a little bit messed up because there's a bit of mucus going on, and I have been quite unwell, and I'm not sure how long I can go for, but we're going to do the Charnel Reaver for today. Part of Esper's Emporium of Esoterica. That is the topic. I'm also going to put up a poll. We're going to try to make a monster. We'll see how well I managed to pull this one off. We've done this before. But yes, I'm not going to promise anything in terms of how long I can do this. I'm going to just see how we go. And hopefully everything works out. So grab some food, some drink. Make sure you're comfortable. And then we'll get straight into this topic. How's it going, Fred Hubber? How are you? And yeah, monsters are all about trying to scare somebody. And this monster is a very scary monster. The Charnel Reaver is incredibly terrifying in terms of how it works. Okay, let's go into this, shall we? Okay. Pardon me, people. Drink a water and maybe that'll help. Hello, welcome to HowtoRPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games, specifically monsters. And no, we're not talking about cow farts causing global warming or disasters or anything like that. That's just my sense of humour. I just couldn't help myself. I always thought it amusing that we wind up with topics like this in my own country and around the world. So, the Charnel Reaver. The monster lore behind this. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5e compatible monster. It is from Esper's Emporium of Esoterica. And this patchwork animal remains. Basically, it is just patchwork animal remains. And it's inhabited by a dark soul called the Charnel Reaver. Or Charnel Reavers. A terrifying undead known as the Charnel Reaver rises when an evil spirit inhabits the flesh or the fleshy remains of animal pieces, forming a sort of like a Frankenstein creature of some kind. Farmlands have a dark side to them, only hinted by the cow skull mounted on top of a fence post. Most people prefer to remain ignorant about the slaughtering of livestock for food, but the slaughterhouse is always quite noisy, followed by just sheer quiet after all the deed has been performed. So at the end of each animal butchery, the remains, the bones, the tendons and other parts that go unused, they are remaining there. Such that a dreaded spirit, usually a demon soul, can enter through the world through a viral ritual or through some action by a curious fool who meddles with unregulated magic or dark magic of some kind. In some cases, the spirit of a Charnel Reaver is actually the soul of a particularly evil person, such as a murderer or a wicked cultist who dies in the vicinity of dead stock or dead livestock. The Charnel Reaver stalks villages, farmsteads, meadows of their pastoral lands where its component members once grazed. The remains were there at one point, alive and feeding on that grass. The mere presence of the Charnel Reaver awakens fear within animals and pretty much anybody else, and the horrid moaning from its multiple mouths cripples those who hear it with terror. In hand, it wields a heavy weapon made from animal implements or scrap metal. Most often, though, it is a cleaver or an axe. Within the raw mass of the Charnel Reaver's neck are several gnashing mouths, atop which rests a skull like that of a horse or a cow. A Charnel Reaver delights most of all when its mouths are ripping into its prey, simultaneously tearing through the flesh and rotting that flesh at the same time. Bone and sinew from the animal corpse compose the horror of the Charnel Reaver, though its arms and bipedal form are twisted into a vaguely humanoid shape. Unfortunately, destroying the Charnel Reaver is difficult because the evil spirit returns a few days later and reanimates the old body or creates a new body from animal parts. A strange broth can be made from the bones of a slain Charnel Reaver and drunk by a large number of individuals who perform a sacred prayer, and this will banish the evil spirit so that the Charnel Reaver does not rise again. Now, there's not that much more I can say about the Charnel Reaver other than it is probably one of the most terrifying monsters I've seen in Esper's Emporium of Esoterica so far. I hope this was useful and interesting to you. I want to thank my patrons who support me on Patreon so I can keep doing this every week. I want to thank Esper the Bard, who's provided this, plus all the artwork and the information. Thank you, Esper. I want to thank you for watching, listening, and hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, all right. I'm still here. I survived the presentation. Well done for me. Hooray, hooray. So we are going to try to make a monster. I don't know how much energy or capacity I have for today. I have been very unwell and I've done a lot of sleeping. And I have seen everybody's comments and so forth. Well, most of them to a certain degree. So I thought it would be good if you vote and then we decide on the kind of creature. Oh, look, we're gonna battle 2 votes. Land or sky. We need that broke to be that voting to be broken by somebody. Otherwise, it's going to not be a very interesting live stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some of the tables that we've used in the past. We have a table for creating the physical body of our new monster. We have a table for special abilities, monster traits, the monster motivations, monster origins, monster lair type, and then there's a lot of other things. A lot of the other aspects of a creature or a monster that we'll build today as well. And I want you to be part of that process. Okay. Oh, good. Look, I can see somebody's breaking that, breaking the tie. Awesome. So Milton, hello Milton. Milton knows the Insane Witch King. It's been a while. We haven't seen you on the channel for ages. Well, I haven't seen you in the chat anyway. I got my fingers of my left hand stuck in between the toes of my right hand, and now it hurts when I try to pull them out. I'll keep you updated. Okay, all right. I'm not sure that you should. I'm not sure that you should keep me, Milton. You don't need to keep me informed. I'm not sure what that's going on there. Either it sounds very, very painful, or it's heading down a different track. So yes, if it's pain we're dealing with, sorry to hear about that. But yeah, you don't need to don't update me. Anyway, all kinds of fun. 1 foot missing, the other broken. Okay. Estimated 1 billion buffalo weren't a problem. Estimated nearly a billion buffalo weren't a problem. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got the fingers for toe, but now it has. Okay. All right. Let's create a monster. I can't believe you read the comments. That stupid thing I did today. Love it. I know. I'm going to not read all your comments, okay? I'm going to get on with this because you need percentile dice, by the way, people. So you need the 10-sided dice, the percentile dice, because I'm going to ask you to start rolling some dice as we go. And Fred is already... Look, he doesn't want to muck around here. Okay, so hashtag roll percentile dice for the monster body. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to just move myself back. I'm going to get myself organized. We will shift over to the screen that I want to show you. I will close this. Oh, I'm supposed to show this off, aren't I? I keep forgetting that Esper would like me to show you the entry in the book as well. So we'll do that. Oh, it's just popped up just like that. So this is the Charnel Reaver. Okay, I keep calling it Charnel Reaver, but it's Charnel Reaver, as in charnel. So you can see there's a small entry. I haven't taken many liberties with this. I haven't really added that much to it. It's most of what was there is there. It's got a reanimation ability there. It's got an axe. It's got a bite or more. It's got a dreadful moan. Its armor class is 15, 25 for its hit points. It's immune to poison damage, obviously, and because it's undead, it has damage resistance to necrotic and psychic damage. And it can't be charmed. It's immune to charmed, exhaustion, frightened, and poisoned. So there's a lot going on here. Still a pretty, the story behind it is quite horrible, and its image is appallingly horrible. Let's get real. It's a real freak of nature, this thing. Anyway, so let's go to here. Let's check to make sure I've actually got a monster type. We have decided, have we not? I believe we have. It's good not being busy. Well, I totally understand. I'm always very busy. I've been busier than I've ever been in my entire life. And it just keeps going up and 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 up, which is fine. I made that decision myself. Anyway. Just punch the number pad. Yeah. So I know some of you might not have dice. Just throw a number out between 1 and 100, a number, and I can just use those numbers. That's fine. Anyway, now that I have done that, let's have a look at what creature we're doing. We've got it's a tie between land, marine, and sky. Does nobody want to break the tie between land, marine, and sky? Because otherwise I've got to roll a 6-sided dice to break that tie. Okay. I want to give you just a second to break that tie while I just remove a few things from our last template for the monster we made last week. Is it last week? I think it was last week. I'm pretty sure it was last week. And that goes, we'll make this a bit larger so I can actually see what I'm doing. That will help. It also gives people a chance to throw in their suggestions with a number, rolling a number, roll a number, give me a number, 1 to 100. These are 100 tables. All of these tables are on Patreon, people. They are also available in the live streams. I haven't hidden any of them. They still exist. Okay, we'll get rid of this. We're almost done here. What's that? You'll vote again for Sky. It's because we haven't done a sky creature yet, have we? We haven't actually done one that flies in the air. We've got a table for it, mostly finished, but we haven't actually done one that's a flying creature, which is kind of... So what we're going to do is we're going to work through all of the different aspects of our monster lore, and then we will also create a picture of it using artificial intelligence, because that's faster than trying to get me to draw it. Not to mention, none of you want to see me doing stick figures anyway, so that won't be much fun. But that's the deal. That's how we're going to approach it for today. Michael, okay, so hopefully Michael is also voted. There we go, we've broken it. We're back to marine. Oh, no, subterranean and marine. Oh, there we go. There's a fight going on. Those people, you've got to want it, people. You've got to want it. You've got to push it. Now we've got 3 that are at 29. How's that supposed to work for me? I don't know. How am I supposed to solve that problem? I have to roll a dice. I will roll a dice. That's no problem. So I can do this. Okay. Okay. Where are we going? A random number. You can throw me a random number. A flying amphibian. I don't think we'll mix the 2 tables at this present time. I'm still not completely sure. Yeah, I'm still a little bit sore. Whatever's going on with me, I think it's viral, but I'm still a little sore. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get through this for today. Anyway, part mosquito, I remember that one. You remember the mosquito one? Oh, that's right. We did have kind of a part mosquito. You voted 3 times for this guy. Okay, there we go. It's land. somebody's pushed it over the top. We're doing a land creature today because that's what the vote was. So we'll go for the land. My table is here. Okay, so this is my template here. I've cleared everything out so it's all fresh, so we can start anew. We'll deal with our body now with the land one. The land one is made up of a couple of different aspects. We have to roll 4 times. So if we wanted to do a bipedal creature rather than a quadruped, we're going to be rolling for 4 times. For a quadruped, we roll 3 times. We haven't actually done a bipedal creature yet, and so I think you change it around in the voting all you like, people. That's fine. You can do that. So I think it would be good to make a bipedal monster rather than a quadruped. We've done quadrupeds that are land-based before, so I thought maybe the best way to go with this is to go with a bipedal creature, which means we're going to have to add arms and legs for the sucker. Oh, there we go. Yeah, land is... See, there you go. Land won out in the end. Just a matter of time. Someone's going to push the vote. Okay, anyway. Let me just jump back over to the freaky creatures. And we'll do land and we'll do bipedal. Okay, all right. Right, can I get this sorted? Limbs, legs and arms. And arms. Well, we got arms and then we'll go legs, shall we? Here we go. All right, so the numbers that we got from, I believe it is Fred Hubber, you had 4 numbers, 23. So we go to the land-based creature. That's not the one, that's marine. That's marine, that's land-based. So 23 from you. 23 was a crab. So the head of a crab is our first one. So that's an interesting combination. So the head of a crab. Great. Right, now the next number that you had here, Fred, was 97. 97 on our table for land is a wood louse. A wood louse. So that might really confuse the AI, but we're going to go with it anyway. Wood louse. We want some arms. Now this is going to be the tricky one because you've got here a 30 and 30 might not necessarily give us something that has arms. An elephant arms. I don't think that's going to come out well, but we're going to try it. It's arms of an elephant. Paste. And then you had the last one here was a 19. So 19 would be the legs. 19, what did 19 come out as? A centipede. Well, that's very odd. Copy. And we'll put in centipede legs. Okay, so. Wow. Okay, so let's plug this into our AI and see what monstrosity we get. 2 elephant trunks for arms. Well, we might get that. Who knows? Let's go to the AI. I'm using Starry AI, people. I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to copy paste this entry just to speed it up, so that I remember what the heck I'm doing, because there's no guarantee that I do. And we'll go in here. We'll put this entry in. Okay, a monster with a head of a crab, I believe. Crab, let's do that. It's crab. With the body of a woodlouse. Now, as a woodlouse, it's one word. Okay, it's one woodlouse. Okay, so that's one word. Louse. with arms of an elephant. I don't know how that's put it. Elephant. Elephant. No, that's not the word. Oh, no, it's elephant. And the legs of a centipede. Now, let's just make sure I've got all of that correct before I punch this in, and we'll do a couple of runs. So we'll go as many runs as we can. We'll go here. We're not going pro. It's no starting image. We just want to do this and punch it in to see what we get. Yes, people, you can post other numbers. Feel free to do so. I will look at them. Okay, now, I'll probably go from the bottom up to the top now. This is Starry AI. I don't use this as for publication, people. I just use this as conceptual idea. And occasionally I've used it, tried to use it to make images that aren't using somebody else's property. But yeah, it's very hit and miss. Okay, a monster with the head of a crab, with the body of a woodlouse, with the arms of an elephant and the legs of a centipede. That's rather a lot going on. Let's see if we can actually get it to do it. So Hydra costs a bit more, but we'll give it a go. So let's hit our first prompt and create that one. Okay, it started. Let's go with Lyra and do a Lyra run. Okay, Lyra's done that, starting its run. Fantasy, we'll try the fantasy run. And we're not doing cyberpunk. We're not going to do portrait. I just want wool. We don't want it to look like wool or ink or synthware. Abstract world won't work. Anime doesn't work. I've tried these ones before, people. 3D art will probably work. I don't know if it'll be very good, but and then I've found that Argo and Argo 2 are usually pretty suck. But we'll do a run with both of them as well. Okay, we'll come back to this later and see what the end results are. And then we'll go from there. Okay? All right, so based off that, we need to go with a special ability. Our special ability is going to be the first number that's from 1 to 100 that I spot. And Michael Stan is a patron. Also, Fred Hubber is a patron. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. So 35. 35 is the number we want on our special ability. What sort of special ability we'll be getting today? 35 is Farts of Wonder. Oh my gosh, I love you. Farts of Wonder. 1, Euphoric Mist. 2, Sticky Spray. 3, Ink Cloud. 4, 5, Juicy Fruit Breath. Okay. 6, Laughing Gas. 8, Burst of Flame. And 7, Burst of Flame. And 8, Furball. Okay. Awesome. That is a very strange monster ability. We're going to stick that in. I don't think we need to have another monster ability once you've got something like that. What would you need anything else after that one? Nice one. Nice one, Michael. So someone came up with a very creative special ability, for those of you who are wondering. So this thing farts like this. This is how it farts. It's not a breath weapon, people. It's an ass weapon. It's a cloud that produced from the ass. Okay, next, going up the numbers, looking for. Okay, here we go. Fred Hubbard, you've got some numbers. So that's 23. Is it 23? Or that's the last numbers you gave me? 23, 27. Okay. So those are the last numbers you posted. So we want a different number. Is there somebody else? Oh, here we go. Milton has actually got number 69. 69 can be our wonderful special trait. Our monster trait. 69. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate it. Let's get our special trait. 69 is prehensile tail. The creature has a tail that can attack and is capable of grasping objects or creatures. This creature's reversed. Prehensile tail. So we're going to have to add a tail to it, aren't we? If it's going to have a prehensile tail, we have to add a tail to our creature. So we'll do this. And that's one of its traits. And we probably have to give it a tail. There we go. Something I was not planning for, but that's all right. Yes, I already used your numbers, but yeah, no, Milton, I got your number as well. So now what we normally do once we have our monster's appearance, our special abilities, our special trait, which is always going to be in effect, we want a monster motivation, which is also going to, and it's an ass weapon. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag roll a percentile dice for monster motivation. If you don't have dice, my suggestion to you is think of a number between 1 and 100, because the monster motivations is a 100 table. Okay, we created quite a few. A crocodile tail. You reckon? I think that's what you're trying to say, a crocodile tail. It could be a crocodile tail, I suppose, if you wanted. Do we really want a crocodile tail? We can have a crocodile tail, I suppose. With a... Alright, so give me a number, and then we'll go through the monster motivations. So monster motivations are over here. As you can see, this table is complete. We finished it off a while ago. There's quite a few different things here. Different things that, I think the motivations we've had have been fairly basic, but there's some pretty gnarly ones on here. There's some very odd ones. So for those of you, if you don't select, I will of course roll my percentile dice, and then I'll come up with a number that way. Yeah, crocodile tail. Okay. All right, I'll write down crocodile tail. How's that sound? You happy? Crocodile tail. It's got a crocodile tail. Got elephant arms, wood lice. Oh, there's some very strange things going on here. 45. Thank you, Milton. I do appreciate that. Let's have a look at what 45 is. 45 is jealous. The monster is envious and resentful of other creatures for some reason. Well, I think we can come up with a reason. Jealous. Jealousy. Dun dun dun. It's like a it's like a day soap. Jealousy. Anyway, Michael has rolled a 9, which is great. I don't know. Do we want to have more than one motivation? I think one motivation is probably enough. What is number 9? Bully. The monster seeks to subjugate creatures weaker than it. No. I think we'll leave that alone. We'll just go with the jealousy one. So we're going to do a 20-sided dice roll now. Hashtags, for those of you who are wondering what the heck is going on. Roll a D20 for the monster origin. Monster origin. Now there are only nice one, Michael. so monster origins is this one here. We've already had accident and artificial intelligence and aliens and experimental stuff. There's a few others here that we can pick from. So have a think about that. And once we get our monster origin done and our monster lair done, we'll go back and have a look at the picture of the creature. Hopefully it's drawn it by then. 12. Thank you, Fred. Number 12 is nightmare. Oh, an individual's nightmare takes the form of a monster. This is its origin. Nice. Let's go over here. Let's put our origin in here. So nightmare fuel this is. That's our origin. Right, now, we have a layers table as well. This is the layers table. So I'm going to get you to roll this as well. Hashtag roll a d20, 20, or roll d20 plus a d6 for monster lair. Okay. Dreams. Did you roll 10? Dreams, a series of distorted thoughts, images, and sensations occur in an individual's mind during sleep. Okay, so this is a dreamlike monster. Hello, Jeeves. How are you? Just stepped in to wish everybody a good evening. It's 1 a.m. in the UK. Jeeves, go to bed. You can rewatch it later on if you want to. Nice to have you here, though. Jeeves, get some sleep. You probably got work tomorrow. It's a manifestation of a beholder's nightmare. Here, could well be. Dreams. Oh, you just picked the one? You picked one? Now, Derp is also a patron, before I forget. If I've forgotten that you are a patron and you're in the chat, I do apologise. So, Dreams. I think this is the one. Did I grab it before? I can't remember. It's a lair. Okay, so nightmare. So its origin is a nightmare and exists in dreams. Perfect. Kind of works quite nicely. Okay, now we're going to do monster reproduction, the monster's food source, what it eats. It's the monster senses, the monster environment, monster communication, monster and relationships. We're going to cover all of those, but first we're going to go over here and we're going to have a look and see if the monster has been drawn, and it hasn't. Is it still working? I don't know. Maybe in progress. No, not too sure. Let's just refresh this page. Night, folks. Night, Jeeves. All the best. Okay, so I think we can establish that our monster's looking a little strange. It's looking very insectoid. There's something going on here. I don't know what the heck this is, but let's have a look at the first one. So first one on our list. So it's supposed to have the legs of a centipede. I don't know what happened to the arms of an elephant. Are these the arms of an elephant? Oh, now we have an elephant. Now this is terrible. So there's a bug. There's the elephant. Doesn't quite work. This just looks like another bug, really. And then this is some crazy nut stuff. It's got the head of, not of a crab, got a crab there, but the head's not part of the monster. There's a lot going on there. Let's try this. So we've got many legs. It doesn't have arms. Well, no, it does have arms, but they seem to oh my gosh. It's not quite what we were after. It's certainly more, I suppose, more useful than some of the images we've seen so far. Make it able to plane shift to the plane of dreams and nightmares. Oh, okay. We could do that. We could do that. Next creature. Let's see if this is better. Okay, so this just looks like a multi-legged insect with, I don't know what the heck was going on here. Three eyes. Ugh. Okay. All right. It's very lost. I don't know what's going on here. It's too much. Too complicated. All right. Let's go here. No, I don't know what to do with this. Centipede, body of a wood lice, a louse, head of a crab. It's not really combined the things we wanted. Oh, it's Simon Says. It's playing Simon Says. Put your hands on your head, Simon Says. Do a little jig. It's not quite consistent too, because we've got three arms. There's an arm missing that hasn't quite figured out how to put the other one in. Okay, so let's have a look at our next image. This is, I don't know. Is this doing what we wanted it to do? I have no idea. So the head, I wouldn't say it's a crab head. It's definitely a wood licey thing going on here. I don't know if I'm totally sold on this. That's, I don't know, what is that? It's a crab mostly. So we've got crab going on here. We've got multiple legs. We've got some arms. We've got something else going on. I don't know what they say. Oh my. It's posing. This thing is actually posing. It doesn't know what elephant arms are, so it just puts elephants in there, I think. We may have to do a retooling of our description, because I think the problem is that if we go with it being bipedal, it's probably not going to work because the elephant bit is confusing it. Hang on, did one of they make a crab people from South Park? Well, I nod off. Okay, I'll keep talking and you nod off. You nod off. I will keep talking as long as I can. Anyway, so that's, I don't know what's going on there. That's very strange. I think the problem is there's too much going on. Too many entries. Too many entries, right? Let's do this and see if we get any better. Oh, okay. All right. So first off, this thing is mostly unseen. Come on. Here we go. So we can't see most of it either here. It's only giving us a partial image. Crab. Is that a crab head? It's got arms on it. It's got legs on it. I don't know what's going on here. This looks super goofy. I do not feel like that is a crab head. Is that just a cute louse? I don't know. All right, so let's try this one. Oh no. No, too much going on. Okay, all right. And no, don't like it. I don't think any of these are going to be any good. Look, this is kind of no. There's too much. So too much information. End result, disaster. So we'll delete this. I don't think there's anything that we can use here. I think these are deletable as well, so we'll delete them as well. I think this is mostly deletable as well. I don't think there's anything here that was even remotely useful. Although I'd like to think this is useful, it doesn't sell me. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we will simplify this a little bit. So we'll go with copy, and I guess the question is, do we want to have the elephant legs or do we want to have the centipede legs? What's this? Well, Well, elephants don't have arms, they have legs, so they have to say elephant legs, which would mess up the legs portion of it, yes. I'm not banning you. Why would I be banning you? I don't know what we're talking about here, Michael. I think none of them really work that well, frankly. I think all of them are pretty bad. Even I mean that's terrible. It's just a mess. Yeah. So I think we'll delete this. And this one here. No, I'm not sold on any of these really. I think they're all terrible. This fourth one here, it's incorporated an elephant, but it's not really incorporated what we wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy paste. I'm going to redo this again, and I think we can establish that too much information is too much information, and it's given us too much information. I think it's better if we just actually start that over again. So back into here, we'll paste. So the monster with the head of a crab, with the body of a woodlouse, and let's go stumpy legs. And the legs, and elephant. I think we get rid of the centipede. Okay, so let me just see if I can do this right here. The head of a crab with the body of a woodlouse and with the legs of an elephant. Okay, let's do that. Let's just do that. I think that's probably going to cause less trouble for us. We'll do some runs. I'll come back to it. Anyway, so let's do a different run. Let's make this a little bit simpler. 3 bits of information seem to be about as much as it can cope with, so we'll do that. And now Lyra, we'll do this. It's portrait size. Go fantasy. And no, not wool. Abstract world, 3D art. Argo, never been that much good, but we'll give it a shot again. Argo 2. Okay, all right, so it's doing its business. We will go back to where we were, and we'll make some slight adjustments, because it's pretty clear, I think, that it doesn't work. Elephant, we'll get rid of this. Crocodile tail, we'll put a question mark on that a little bit there. Okay, all right, so it's probably drawing us up something. So we want some reproduction now on this thing. Okay, hashtag. So what we want to put in here is how does the monster reproduce? Okay, so have a think about that. We don't have tables for reproduction. For those of you who are like, oh, where's the tables? And are we rolling dice for that? No, not at all. Not at all. But what we'll do is, there's a couple of different ways you can have monster reproduction. Because it seems to be a nightmare creature and so forth, I think its reproduction is going to be when somebody, probably the best way we could have this reproduce is when somebody has a nightmare. Like the monster's origin is probably the reproduction that we want for it, right? So when an individual, when a person has a new nightmare, might be a good monster reproduction process. I know I set it before, but reproduction 69 would be hilarious. Yeah, as I said, I think maybe reproduction should be something like when the monster affects people's dreams and has a new nightmare it eats dreams. You want it to eat dreams. Okay, well, we're going to put down eats dreams. That's a food. Yep. So let's do that. Let's do this. When the monster affects people's streams and has a new. Okay. When the monster affects people's streams, and they have a new nightmare. I don't guess a baby monster is created. Okay. And there is enough sin in the multiverse for a group of people to imagine they messed up monsters. This thing appears in the worst nightmares. Yeah. Yep. I think we'll just do it that way. I think we've established that this is a nightmare creature. Can sense REM sleep. Oh, we're going senses, aren't we? Hashtag. What are the monsters? What are the monster senses? People are not mucking around today. That's getting straight into it. Okay, so so our first thing is it eats dreams and nightmares. How's that? It eats dreams and nightmares. So it senses. It can detect a creature in REM sleep. Ooh, because it would need to have something like that, would it not? We want it to be able to detect REM sleep so that it can go and lives in the shadows. Well, it probably would have to live in the shadows. Oh, this is its environment you were talking about. Oh, I see. It has empathy. I'm not sure I understand what we mean by empathy. This creature is going to have very different senses to what we're used to, right? Lives in the shadows. Okay, lives in the shadows. Okay, so what other senses would this creature have? Well, it doesn't really need to be able to see things, does it, necessarily? It doesn't need to have a sense of smell, because there's no sense of smell in a dream or a nightmare, is there? Do people smell in dreams? Do you have dreams and you incorporate smell in your dreams? I don't think we do. We see things, but what does it see? You like lives in the shadows? Okay, well, it looks like lives in the shadows is the way to go. Environment lives in the shadows and minds of other creatures. I think we've established that. Oh, it can be damaged by truly good thoughts. So really, you're giving it a weakness. Okay. Oh, I'll just undo that. I'll go here. You smelled smoke in dreams. What does it smell? What does it smell? What does it see? I think it would be fun if we could what can it see? So we're going to put in a damage thing, right? So weakness, monster weakness. This is very Freddy Krueger, isn't it? Jeez. Here we go. And let's go bold, underline. Let's go with a bullet point. The monster can be damaged, can be injured by truly good thoughts. Okay. It sees horror, smells parasite of sentient creatures. Very parasitic, yes. You can smell in a dream? I never do. That's interesting. Well, I don't have no sense of smell in real life, so I would probably not be able to, yeah, it's pretty hard for my brain to actually incorporate that. What does it see? What does it smell? What does it smell? So it smells, and I think what you were trying to go here with this, we'll check it. It smells sweat and what about it smells sweat, madness, and fear. The smell of fear. Does anybody remember the reference that I'm going for? Okay, what does it see? Empathy. I think what we'll do is it can read thoughts. Let's say it can read thoughts. Or hear them. What does it see? It can see, let's say, heat. It can see heat waves and signatures. Heat waves and heat waves and what else? Kind of like the Predator. And sources. I guess we'll do that. So we're giving it some very different senses. It smells subconscious memories. I think we've got it reading thoughts, so we've kind of covered that. Pale Rider. Hello, Pale Rider, how are you? Don't miss you. Whoops. Don't do that. Interesting. Pale Rider never disappeared for me. It never disappeared. MySpace bar brick. Broke. Okay. So how does it communicate? I think telepathy. I think telepathy is its communication style. Its relationship. It has a bad relationship connection to everything. Again, nothing likes it. We might go with a question mark. Let's go and see what we got. Let's see our creature in terms of its image now. Have we got a better working image for our monster? Oh my god, one of these images looks like it's got a whole lot of lightsabers. It's carrying lightsabers. How did that work? Okay, it does not know what the heck it wants to do. So we've got an elephant here. Broke sentient parasite. Yeah, we're not bringing somebody else's issues into our monster creation. Parasite. Well, it is a parasite. It is very much a parasite. So I agree. Let's have a parasite here. It's yet another parasite. We've had a lot of parasites recently. It's like all our monsters seem to be parasitic. Okay, so this is terrible. This is awful. This is a mess. I don't know what's going on there. That's not really what we were after. So we're going to just delete this one. This one's no good to us either. Okay, so this is this another one here? Or did I try to delete something and it didn't delete? I'm sure this is what I deleted and did it not delete? Delete. Doesn't want to delete it. Fine. Let's go over here. This is a mess. That's a mess. Not good. Terrible. Okay, so let's try to delete this one. I'm not getting anywhere deleting stuff today. It's not wanting to delete anything. Why is that? Why is it that you must insist that I keep it? Okay, here's the lightsaber wielding, whatever the heck this is supposed to be. It's a elephant. All right, so this looks like a bug elephant. It's got the head of the elephant, which is not what we wanted. Or is that supposed to be a crab? I don't know. There's something going on here, and it looks very confused. This is just another elephant with tusky things sticking off it. This is messed up. Not really what we're after. No, not really what we're after either. Okay, so let's try this thing. This looks like just a bug. The AI has just been really bad today. Look at this. This is so terrible. Okay, what's this? Hang on. Okay, so it's not included the. It hasn't really included the idea of the elephant legs, but it's got something else going on here. But is it terrifying? It's not really terrifying. Don't know what's going on there at all. Very hard to figure out what's going on there. That's just like an ant. Let's have a look at this one here. These are probably not going to work out. I think we might have come to the end of our AI artwork. Look at the mess that this is. Terrible, terrible. Let's check over here. It's a crab and an elephant. No, crab and elephant. Doesn't like to combine the idea of a crab and elephant. It's too different to what it's used to, right? Out of all of the ones that it's done, I'd say that probably the better of them, none of these are good. None of these came out very well at all. Is there one that did it better than the others? Not really. I'd say not really. All right, so we obviously do not have an image of this creature because it does have that, but it doesn't have the crab side of things going on, does it? It's got the elephant, it's got this going on. I mean, at least this is more like a creature than anything else, but it's not really what we're after. Here we go. Monsters, relationship, currently single, looking to mingle, just wants to have a good time and not looking for anything serious. It's not quite the relationship I was talking about, but funny. It's funny. I'll give you that. Very entertaining. Well done. Anyway. Okay, so we have pretty much all the aspects of our creature. The prehensile tail might actually cause us a little bit of a hassle. Although, if it's an elephant body, it might give it a tail. We just go with tail, crocodile tail. I don't think I can include a crocodile tail. I think it'll be too hard. So we might just go there. We need to name this thing, though. I don't know what you're going to call it. I don't know. What would you call this thing? It's got to have a name, but I don't know what to call it. Hashtag. What do we call the monster? I mean, that's the problem. Head of a crab, body of a woodlice, legs of an elephant, maybe a tail. It is farts of wonder, euphoric mist. This is its special ability. This is the action thing. Sticky spray, ink cloud, pheromones, juicy fruit breath, laughing gas, burst of flame, and fur balls come out the backside. Velark. You reckon Velark? Okay. All right. Let's get Velark down there. Velark. Our first name. The name for the creature. How about Roberto or Florence? Maybe Leopold. No, I don't think so. The psychic siphoner. Possibly, yes. Psychic siphon. Psychic siphon. Okay, sure. We could do psychic siphon. Why is that not working? Siphon. That's what we'll go with siphon. Okay. It has, apparently it's got a trait which is its tail. I don't know, that maybe the tail thing is going to cause us too much trouble. Special traits is probably, maybe we should have had a different special trait related to it. Because the tail one doesn't quite fit. I'm fine with the special ability. The special ability is just mad. What else is there? Let's have a look here. Okay. No. How about Bob? Everything gets called Bob. Oh, Pale Rider, you've got a name here. Am I going to regret writing this down? I got to check your names too. I know you guys squeeze things in here that cryptic creation cryptic. Let's go occasion cryptic that way. Means nightmare in Swedish or Norse mythology. Ah. Is Dave home? What? A scorpion tail. Yeah, scorpion tail's pretty scary. No, I didn't. I don't think it needs to have a sex. It's created by nightmares in the dream world, so it's not really required. Lizzo? Jeez. Okay, let me just... What's this word here? What have we got there? What's going on there? What does that word mean? Paste. Okay, so I'm looking. well, the Nun 3, what doesn't it do? Demonic Velika is known as a great president of hell with over 30 legions of demons. Come on. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a demon name. Antagonist. Oh, from The Conjuring. Oh, I see. Oh, now I see where this is coming from. I feel like a nun. All right, so this is actually related to the Nun movie. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. It's related to the Nun movie. No, we're not going to call it Dave. Not going to call it Lizzo. Dave's not here. Shit. Dear. Psychic Siphon. Well, I don't know. I think we may have dried up on the ideas for this creature, and unfortunately the image of this creature didn't turn out nearly as well as the other ones we've had in the past. Probably because I've got too much going on and it just can't cope with it. And so it's wound up with a bit of a mess. So we wind up with not really having what we're after. Which is a shame. I would have hoped for something else, but I might, and I can't delete these things. Apparently, I can't delete them. A monster with the head of a crab, with the body of a woodlouse and stumpy legs, and I reckon we get rid of the elephant aspect because it's overloading it maybe. And multiple insect legs. I think that's going to work better. We might try that as a run and see if it works. I don't think doing the Argos has never been very successful, so monster with the head of a crab, with the body of a woodlouse, and multiple insect legs. So let's try that and see if that works. We'll run that. Oh, didn't want to do that. Did it just cancel that? It might have. I think it might have. It might have like rejected that. Oh. It's really buggy today. Oh, okay, all right. Nice to know. Good to know we're not going to be able to use that for much longer. Okay, what do you got here? It's my cat name from long before the Nun movie. Is it? Oh, I don't know. If you're okay with somewhat stupid names, you could call it Krabby McCrabface. No, no, we won't do that. No problems, Michael. I'll see you later. You still like the fourth of the first group. So you're talking about the image from the fourth of the first group. You mean this one down here? That's the fourth one. Fourth of the first group. I don't know which one you're talking about. I haven't been able to delete any of these things anyway. But because there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And you've said the fourth. Oh, I see. The fourth of the first group. One, two, three, four. Are you talking about here? I deleted it. Oh, did I? Okay. All right. Too late then. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I think I'm done. I think we've tried very, very hard to get something going with this. It didn't work out quite as well as I'd hoped. We've had better success in the past. Life is like that. So we will we'll jump over here and put that one to rest. Maybe that'll be one of those things that like it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. So yes, I'm ready to pack my bags and go and do something else. I want to say a big thank you. Now tomorrow I'm going to try to build a Back Me character for basic Dungeons and Dragons. I believe it's supposed to be a cleric. And I'll tell you now, it's been a little while since, it's been about a month more, maybe 2 months since I built a character for Back Me. And I did find that quite difficult, so we'll see how well I manage to pull that off. No guarantees that I will pull it off, but I will certainly try tomorrow. And then the day after that, we'll try to do some complex combat mechanics. That program is all written up, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just the demonstration side. Where I might have to actually work quite hard. I do have a slideshow for that as well, which is kind of nice. And then the end of the week, Sonic the Hedgehog, 5e compatible Sonic the Hedgehog. I know, you're probably thinking, really Fred, do we really need that? And it's free, it's fan-made, it's free. You don't need that, but I'm going to provide it. Anyway, the Puta Tuta. Anyway, huge thank you to everybody in the chat for sharing your ideas and helping along with this. It's been entertaining. We came up with something. I don't know what to say about it. It's pretty hard to say anything about it, but we got partly there. It wasn't as successful as I'd hoped, but never mind. So thank you if you've been taking part in the poll. I do appreciate it. I want to thank all of my patrons who support me on Patreon, as always. Michael, Fred, Hubba, and Derp, and anybody else who was in here that I might have missed. Anybody in chat who's been sharing, like Milton and Pale Rider, really, without your input, it would be a very boring session. So thank you for being here to do that. Otherwise, I'd just be talking to myself and Jeeves, who had to go to bed because it was so late. So yeah. And if you've just been watching and listening, hey, thank you very much too. I do appreciate it. So look, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, or the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours, and hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. I'll see you later, Pale Rider.